that currently impact the black community. We talk about how those issues impact us as individuals and also how they impact us as a collective. Along with your help, we talk through these issues in hopes of finding the optimum solutions for how we can overcome said issues. Again, overcome them individually, but perhaps more importantly, at least for the sake of this conversation, overcome them as a collective. Thank you so very, very much for choosing to be a part of this conversation. As always, your input is valued and certainly appreciated. Anything you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do so. We will read through as many of your comments as possible. We would kindly request that you take a quick second to share the broadcast, share it maybe on your personal page, share it with your personal network, share it with anybody that you think would add value to or find value in this particular conversation. Again, this is Herb and Two. This intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. My name is Herb. His name is Two. Two. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? How you?
Man, I'm straight in the perm. I'm all good, man. It's always nice on a Friday. You know, that's when E4O drop in on us and, you know, grace us with her presence.
Start trying to run shit.
Yeah, momager.
You know what I mean?
Momager. This woman just made me. The woman just made me have bottles of water. Not this one. Not that one. It's the same case. Not this one. Not that one.
Because three fresh brand new waters.
Not this one.
Because the cap
this one
did
isn't
not
cool
click.
enough.
It did not.
This one isn't warm enough. The cap isn't clear enough.
The cap didn't click.
Now the open ass waters is plant food. Goddamn, you and Ron, man.
You and Ron, man. I swear. They the whole problem in this family. E4O, what's the word, young lady? How are things?
I'm good.
That's Big Bag E.
A little tired.
He picked up his Big E. Let me hold something, y'all.
What the Bigadell ran it up. Let's go.
Ran the numbers up.
That was the time.
I love it.
That was
nice.
the time.
How was it?
It was nice. I liked the experience. That was my first kind of like big festival with Lily Pads. So I don't know if I would do Vegan again because my products are not tailored to veganism. But I definitely will be doing more festivals and things like that. We got one coming this Saturday, and then in July. So. Oh,
you got one this Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
What?
At North Avenue Beach. It's called Volley. It's like Volley House or something like that.
Okay.
This one is gonna be like a house festival plus like a 100-team volleyball tournament or something down in North Avenue Beach. Yeah, very much so. So I'm a little.
Sounds pale.
Sounds pale. Pale ale.
Yeah. Might be
sounds
a
bland.
Might be a little sprinkle of us up in there. So.
Well, that's dope,
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
They not us. They might be dark skinned, but they not like us.
They not like us.
Yeah,
they not like us.
But I'm excited though. It's cool.
Speaking of they not like us, K Dot is in the building, aka Ben Lane. What's happening, brother?
Hey, feeling good, feeling great, man.
Appreciate you taking the time to come through and chop it up with us, man. Huh? What about your pH?
It's unbalanced. Unbalanced. Why for real? But no, I'm feeling good, man. Thanks for having me.
Nah, man, we appreciate you coming down, man. Gonna get into a lot of things. This is Men's Mental Health Month.
Yeah.
I know that's the area that you work in, so we're gonna get into some of that, man. But Two, that's a new nip shirt.
No, it's not new. They dropped I don't even know how you would explain it, man. Yeah. But they had some kind of little deal maybe last year or something. You could spend $100 or something. They got like 10 tees and hoodies type of
that's
deal.
hard.
Yeah. So
they acting a fool. Like they acting a fool with Nip gone, Joe.
What you mean?
They had like a $300 hoodie or something. It was just a regular marathon hoodie. It might have even said just TMC. I'm like, hey, y'all are what? I'm gonna call Nip. This is bullshit.
But you know, what's Jay's thing? What's the name of Jay-Z?
Airplanes?
No, not airplanes. It's not even the clothing line. It's the thing to do all the bookings and all
Rock
that.
Nation?
Rock Nation has taken over.
That's kind of good.
It's not really good though.
Okay, it's not good in the sense of what Nip was doing with it. It's good in the sense that Rock Nation will make it profitable, and I'm sure that the trust is set up for his kids. And
you been on their site lately?
Yeah, that's what I said. It was a $300 hoodie.
So if you go on the site, I haven't been in a while though. I know when this first came out, when it happened, they might have changed it by now. What you start to see is the planes hats on the site. You start to see a lot of Rock Nation stuff on the hot site. So what they do is they've infused more Rock Nation products with the Nip product brand, with the Hustle brand. So I don't know, man. I don't see it as good. I think it's the conversation we started having the other day, but we said I backed off. I said we could have it some other time. It's really questioning small business and small ownership. Everything's going into conglomerates. Like ownership is going to be an idea that doesn't really exist.
No, I feel you on that piece, and that's why I said in comparison to what Nip was on with it, not good. But also, if nobody was going to run it right and keep it going, then it's probably better for his kids and Lauren London that Roc Nation picked it up.
So I disagree, right? And I think that's part of the process. I think as consumers, we got to understand the difference between conglomerates and small businesses, right? Small businesses are going to incur problems. It just happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, good small businesses do learn and make up for that, whatever that is.
Sure.
But when you have to depend on the conglomerate, it does cut out the small business opportunity forever. Right, so think about Walmart is a great example, and Amazon's just Walmart online. It's just a concept, right? But Walmart, back in the day when Walmart was Walmart and Amazon didn't exist, you couldn't get a product in Walmart, specifically apparel product, if you had to wholesale it for over $1. Right. Well, no small business can do that.
I can't survive off that.
No, it's not even. If you get in, you're multimillionaire. But you can't get those prices. Right, you can't even get those prices. Right. So it cuts you completely out the deal. So that's just, we look at that, we know what Walmart is. Yeah. Right, but now Amazon is that hyper, right? So what Amazon does, what Walmart never had the ability to do, Amazon holds only digital real estate. Walmart had actual real estate. Right. But in their digital real estate, they cut into, 60 to 70% of your profits, right? And they also only put the people that allowed them to cut in at 60 to 70.
They said they own price.
70% of their profits.
No matter who it is, Procter & Gamble.
Algorithm. Right. So if there's 70 pages, people only going to the top 3. Right. So if you cutting me in at this price, we'll put you here. It completely cuts it out. But now they're doing the same thing in the housing market. Yeah. They've done it with cabs. That's why cabs don't exist. Or Uber's the biggest cab company in the world, but don't own no cabs.
True.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's going to create slavery. I've been telling y'all for years. That's why I don't do Uber. I don't do Uber Eats. I refuse to do that shit because it really supports a slave concept. We just don't see it yet.
I be hungry though.
But your ass was hungry before Uber Eats existed. Right? So you got legs, you got knees, you got a car. If you don't, you can get your ass up and walk.
But what if you helping these people have financial means themselves?
But you really aren't though. It's a game, right? So what happens when you drive for Uber? You using your car, you putting your mileage on, you using your insurance, right? You fuck that car up, Uber has no responsibility for that. When you think about business, the biggest investment any business has to make is its employees. Hence why America works, why your ass need health insurance, why they have to pay it. The biggest expense any business has is its employees. When we get away from employees or having to file employee tax returns, they don't owe you shit. Right, so, and it cut out industry and made it a gig economy. And now we like, well, I drive Uber and it's a cool thing. No, what they're telling your dumb ass and we don't know it is no more industry exists. And now we just gonna pimp the shit out you.
Right, I get that. But I also know that there are people who drive for these car services that support themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the point. I'm not saying that's not plausible. That's how you make the game work. And when they got you in the game, you're stuck in the game. You could always do that from 19 and whatever the fuck till you in a car accident and you need health insurance. What I'm saying, that is the cost to the employer, right? That is the cost to the employee, not paying your ass. It's all the insurances attached to you, right? Last year, I got a job to get my fucking hip replaced. Because if I had to pay for that shit out of my pocket, it'd cost me $100,000 that I can't give to a doctor. And if I don't have that, what the fuck happens? I can't walk. You understand what I'm saying? That's just a hit. Right. What if it was cancer? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? We don't think to that length. But what happens is industry has been able to circumvent having to take on those risks by giving you gigs.
So what should be the alternative if someone needs a job and they can't get another job?
The alternatives is participating in government. That's the alternatives, and force industry to take on the responsibility that they have.
What's the short-term solution?
Stop.
I don't have no money. I don't have no means of getting employment.
Stop steal.
And sleep where?
Listen, man. It ain't B.
This conversation,
right? We can get to the
no. I like this
thing for sure. I want to do that, right?
All this ties into mental health. I know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. We all can get into that too, right? But if you, again, like I said, revolution is necessary. It's the same conversation, right? Even if it's unsuccessful, it's necessary. What we're watching is a slow push to destroy your ass. Right? So, and what I'm saying is, it's not, Uber was, how long has Uber been around? 10 years, maybe 15 years? I don't know. Whatever it's been.
15.
Right? Whatever it's been, right? And Uber keeps getting more aggressive. Now we got Uber Eats, then we're going to have whatever the fuck. Who cares?
Uber delivery.
Right?
That was convenient.
They do that.
It was convenient as hell, too.
But that's how they convince you into slavery. They make it convenient. You know what I mean? And that is the problem with America, right? It's convenient to not have to cook. It's convenient to not have to go to it's convenient to have a microwave, but a microwave is going to eventually give you cancer. It just is what it is. It's convenient to do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Part of the conversation me and you always have, like, man, we move, I'm going to go to the island, you know, wear linen pants. Because it cuts out of the inconvenience. When you're on that island, you're going to walk, you're going to eat fresh, but it's also what gives you the value in life, right? We talked to Sadiq. What did Sadiq say? He said by the time a kid is 18 in America, by the time, an average kid, not special motherfucker, average.
Any kid on the average American diet, by the time he's 16, will have all the precursors.
It's starting having all the signs of heart disease.
Okay.
Well, how does that happen? Because they've made so much shit comfortable, right? Now you don't have to go pick from the goddamn ground. You can get it at the store with all the pesticides that come with it out the store, right? So that's one way of creating this world, right? Then health insurance behind that, they're going to make you sick, but they ain't going to pay for the health part of it, right?
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Because ain't no money in the cure. But we keep taking on the disease because of its level of comfort. And it's the same thing happening with industry. So we can see Uber because it's in our face, right? Even though it's comfortable, we can see that. I can talk about that and people are like, yeah, I get that. We don't see the fact that we is illegal federally still. So you're not really supposed to be able to put that money in the motherfucking bank, right? So since you can't put that money in the bank, again, big conglomerates, what they've done is they've bought up plots of land. They've bought up, ran down houses. They bought up all the shit, ran up the numbers, ran up the prices. Now your ass can't be a homeowner. Well, the vast majority of wealth in America is built through home ownership, right? So if I can't own a home, if we just working how America works, right? What happens? Most people who go to college off home loans. That's how it works, right? Somebody pulls money out their homes, and that's white world because they already had the shit, right? But we've always struggled through shit because we ain't invited to the party, right? But it stabilizes the economy. America's America because of what? It has a middle class, right? Haiti got wealthy and Haiti got poor. It's like everywhere else. What they're cutting you out of is the middle. It just is. And they doing it by big conglomerate companies. And the reason they can do it is because industry spends money on government. They run government. And the people don't push back because it's comfortable. And as long as industry runs it, they don't have any limitations.
Well, I think that people will seek out comfort, right? In the short term, in the long term, you got people who drive Uber that didn't have cars before, and they get the little car plan, and they cool. You got people that's driving Teslas around, and they driving $8,000 cars because they driving motherfuckers around all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not negating what you're saying. I'm saying this concept that people are being enslaved or people are like doing the dummy, that it's going to be impossible to get somebody to see that when like, oh, I'm making $300-400 a day, and I wasn't making $300-400 a day yesterday. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and they make it in that day doing that quick task. It's like that's quick money for them. They didn't have that opportunity at all.
Or people that never made money, and I don't think that it's necessarily like when I talked about it being convenient with the package delivery, some business that I was tending to, the person could not get me the items that I needed and was not leaving the house, and I couldn't go and get it, and then I was like, oh shit, and then it was a package there. People have choices, and I feel like the world is evolving always. Like we're always going to be growing and developing, so it's difficult to try to like wrap your head around what we should be doing then to avoid like some of these things that like Tu even mentioned, you know.
So first off, we got to pay attention to even think about it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think we do. And because it's convenient to not think about it. It's convenient to not read. It's convenient to not watch the news. It's convenient to have the conversations we have.
Or to be on all the
we don't have a
Some people are all the part.
That's exactly. It's convenient.
You know.
Or to
but
feel
that's
defeated.
also a roadmap to slavery.
To feel defeated though, because nobody is making these decisions for the world except for whoever these, you know.
Those couple people.
So
like none of this shit is.
We talk about a lot of shit. Like I laugh and we joke and I'm like, Tubi my shit. And I always like, I like iPhone movies and B movies and all that shit, right? And I'm a fan of Tubi, right? But when you, again, pulling back the layers, right? Tubi's owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
Right? Rupert Murdoch also owns Fox. How the game works, right? What's on Tubi? What do we know Tubi for?
Stupid stuff.
B movies. D movies.
Not just B and D movies. Let's just pull it all the layers back. Why we know Tubi, y'all? Us in this room.
Yeah.
I don't watch Tubi.
I ain't saying it too
I
bad
don't watch
acting.
Tubi.
I only think about bad acting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bad acting,
Black movies.
Black movies, bad.
What did Fox start off as? What made Fox popular? Who made Fox popular? Yep, the WB comes from Fox. Right?
Yeah.
Fox was built on the backs of niggas, because we on autopilot. The motherfucker who owned it ain't never been no different than the motherfucker he's always been. A racist bastard. And he's done this from Australia to Europe to now America. And he's done it with periodicals where you can watch the documentary. He specifically dumbed down news information. Because as long as the people are dumb and I can sell them, I can get numbers. True. And when I get numbers and get money, what does he do? I said you can follow this shit. He buys government. He legitimately does. Hence Donald Trump. Hence why he is who he is on Fox. Now here we are as the black population. Now I don't really particularly I ain't scared of Trump. But what's our response to Trump?
It seems like, I don't know.
This ain't rocket science, y'all. What's our fucking response to Trump?
I don't know. Just say what you gotta say.
What's black people's response to Trump? This ain't rocket science.
I don't know.
I voted for the man twice.
He knows how to make money.
As a mass, how do black people feel about Trump?
He racist.
We don't like him. He's racist, right?
But he out front racist. He like, I'm racist.
How? Okay, so what's that mean? How black people respond to that? What is black people don't like him because he's racist, right? Is that the common theory?
Sure. Yeah.
But we empowered them. See what I mean?
Who gonna pick the lesser evils though?
No, you pulling from a wrong branch now.
Okay.
I said we empowered him.
Okay.
We gave him the platform. We made him.
Black people made Trump.
Black people made him. Think, because I
don't think black people made Trump.
Because again, the convenience of what we talked about. Trump won the election for a plethora of reasons, but one of the main reasons he won the election because he didn't have to spend no fucking money, and he got what's called earned media, and he outsourced every fucking body in the campaign because he was saying such radical shit. But the reason that gets a platform is because Rupert Murdoch allows it to have a platform. But we built the station in which Rupert Murdoch leveraged to push the platform. It's a slow burn, but it's a burn.
Yeah.
And it's the same plan all the time. Right? So even though I be like, man, I fuck with Tubi. As soon as I realize that motherfucker own that shit, I don't watch Tubi. But I can't.
So the thing is, why do you take away the opportunity for other people that look at Tubi as growth? They acting and getting their stuff out there as growth.
Again, what's growth?
For them, they probably never been on the screen anywhere.
What's growth? What are you trying to achieve?
No, it's the person has an individual achievement on their own. They like Tubi because now I'm exposed. Other than that, they was in a garage or in the living room. You know, it's different means to get somewhere. So canceling out Tubi, they wouldn't have the means to get there at all. Then now we're there.
Uber, I guess.
Short of starting a new country, you're gonna go through white mediums to do any fucking thing.
True.
I don't disagree with that. Again, revolution is always necessary. This
hat guy, my name and your name on it, right? It has the show's name on it. The same logo behind you. I don't know who the fuck Otto is though, that make this fucking hat. We gotta go through mediums to like. It is what it is. You're not gonna subvert whiteness in totality. Killer Mike tried to do it. Killer Mike did a whole documentary trying to do it. I'm only gonna spin and buy black. The motherfucker couldn't do it. Yep. It was literally impossible. Yep. You gotta sleep somewhere. He traveling, you gotta sleep somewhere. These hotels, okay, so I sleep on a park bench. Okay, good for you, Killer Mike. That's dope as fuck. What are you eating today?
So my response was never to subvert whiteness. That's your idea. I didn't say that at all. What did I say? I said we must engage and become practical practitioners of civic engagement. I didn't say nothing about subverting whiteness. I don't see that as a possibility. But we also are not practical practitioners of civic engagement. We don't even know what the fuck is going on because we're on autopilot. That's my whole argument. That's where I started this at. Right? So to the point I'm making, we in a conflict with Palestine. Well, we ain't in a conflict, but Palestine's in a conflict.
Who's we, white man?
With the Zionist Jews, right? We're in Michigan right now, right? Over 1 million Palestinians said, fuck Joe Biden, Fuck you. Right? And they have the unified state community enough to say, we ain't coming. This is just Michigan. Right? That is shit affected like 30% of the fucking Michigan vote. You best believe Joe Biden's gonna make some accommodations for them motherfuckers. Right? Oh shit, specifically when Rupert Murdoch and Trump is on your ass. Same conversation I've been having on this show since we started. Without the black community, the Democratic Party cannot stand the fuck up.
Okay.
But instead of trying to unify with a thought, we go with, I fuck with Trump because he gave us checks. Then he ain't give you a check.
Yeah,
But we on autopilot, so we don't know where the check came from. He was in office when the check came.
Right.
I'm riding on autopilot.
Yeah, that
Same conversation over and over and over again.
Black people.
There is no excuse for ignorance, specifically in the goddamn pantheon of all the information that's available to you.
But everybody shouldn't have an opinion on anything because everybody's not smart enough to understand what the situation is. Maybe those people that's lost at autopilot needs to be lost in autopilot. You see what I'm saying?
I don't. I think we need to raise the bar, but because we don't have room to challenge it, because no fucking body challenges it, because everybody appreciates autopilot, the bar doesn't get raised, it gets deeper and deeper in the ground.
So I don't appreciate autopilot. What I'm doing is like surveying the totality of the picture, right? And I'm saying even those black shows that we all watched on WB, and WB then being owned by Fox, there's value in having watched the Jeffersons or the whatevers. You know what I mean? Like whatever fucking shows is on there. There's value in the Wayans becoming the Wayans. Could they do that outside of these white mediums? No, probably not. But then you navigate it, and then it's incumbent upon us to be able to navigate those waters and understand why I'm doing it, though, right? It's incumbent upon us to play spook by the door. It's incumbent upon us to you know, like that on some Robin Hood shit. Like that's what we need to be on. Now, are the majority of us on that? No. Are the majority of us walking around blind and trying to play the game the same way white folks play it for the same reason that they play it?
Yes.
Yeah. But I also see the possibility and even the value in being able to navigate those waters and say, well, this is why I'm doing it, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing it for. And so that's all I'm saying. This conversation started because I was asking you about that shirt. I asked you, was it new? Because of exactly what you told me later and what you brought up later. That logo is not only the Marathon logo.
It's also the Puma logo.
It's also the planes logo. It's also the airplanes logo.
I didn't know that.
You see it in the corner?
I've never even seen that.
Yeah.
I see it now. I never saw that before.
I knew they had bought. That's why I asked you, like, is that new? Because of the planes.
Damn, I never saw that.
Yeah.
I just saw that. Okay.
Don't stare at the rest of
You
the
know I
show,
wouldn't
too.
support it.
Shout out to Hope for getting your
Last
bread.
time you see the shirt, I was tricked. On autopilot. Here's the thing though. I got one excuse for my autopilot though. In the deal, you don't get to pick your shit.
Right.
You just spend the money and they send you whatever they got. So I didn't even pick. When I came, it was like a mystery box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that deal, I wasn't paying attention. It's just they tricked me in the night. Stop it. But real quick, and I just because she said the 111, right? This whole conversation to me is reminiscent of the conversation we were just having at the Woodlawn. And the little sister called me a self-hating Negro, or something close to it, right? And then 10 minutes later, from what I was trying to explain, we had a whole nother conversation around a whole nother context. Really, in my mind, spoke exactly to what I was fucking saying. But we never see the fucking connectivity. You know what I mean? That's a struggle. That's a constant struggle for us.
That struggle leads to a lot of the pressures, a lot of the depression, a lot of the mental health issues that we're talking about, right? Or that we want to talk about. Like, and with this being Men's Month specific, I mean, it's societal. It's men and women.
True.
But when you talk about men like running this race and trying to become whatever we think we're supposed to become in this world of provisions and like that stress, figuring it the fuck out is stressful enough.
Like, yeah.
We got 4 intelligent people here, like,
All day, every day.
no.
But
Like,
sometimes that's why we end up choosing autopilot. You see what I'm saying? Because you're thinking about so much going on and trying to find a destination that you wouldn't get to navigate the waters. You just don't swim. You know You know, we swim, but some people just say, fuck the water. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the water.
We shouldn't be
Maybe
cursing.
just me.
My nature, dog. I can't help it.
You're never gonna monetize, but
But yeah. So I understand exactly what you're saying. It's like it becomes difficult to navigate and with your own thoughts as a man. Is the man supposed to do this? Is the man supposed to do this? And if he does, this happened. This actually happened yesterday.
Oh.
So I'm outside with a lady.
Story time.
Yeah. So I'm outside with a lady, and
Lady.
Yeah.
Random lady? Never mind. Go ahead.
You said a madam lady?
Never mind.
He said a random
a
lady.
random lady.
Oh no. Yeah, lady I was with. You know.
He's like, not a lady, but no.
Y'all remember her name though.
So I'm walking with her. First she walked out in front, and then I walked and I moved her to the side so I could be on the inside. She was like, "Why you put your hands on me?" So you can be on the inside. So I can walk you correctly. She was like, "Don't touch me," and walked off.
Wait. You didn't know the lady?
No, I knew her. I was with her. Yes.
That's
Well, yeah, I'm over
Yes.
blue now. I'm over blue now.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is that some, wait, there got to be something.
I'm like, you didn't know the lady.
No,
Move her hip is wild as fuck.
we was out. We was out.
Y'all was out.
Hanging out.
Oh, no.
How do you know? Y'all met? Like,
No,
I'm so
I know
confused
her
about
for a
this
while.
fucking story.
So I know her for a while.
Okay, cool.
She know me, I know her.
All right.
So I was like, so when she left the store, we wasn't arguing nothing. She left the store, she was ahead of me, so I caught her up and I moved her to the side light so I could get on the inside.
Right.
She's like, why you touching me? I want to walk here.
Like basically what you telling me what to do. Right? You telling me what to do.
What did you buy her at the store?
Nothing. Obviously nothing.
Or she was done at that point.
I'm like,
She had gotten what she came for.
yeah. So the fact that
Now I gotta find a reason to leave.
I'm being a gentleman.
Why you looking at me?
Walking on the inside, just saying move over a little bit. She's like, you don't have to touch me, and walk off. And then I didn't follow her. She was like, oh, you just gonna walk off? You walked off. What?
Yeah.
It's too confusing, and this happened yesterday.
That's wild.
Yes.
I also, let me just say this for the record, I disagree with the men should walk on the outside thing.
I knew you were going to
I
say
feel
this.
that, but it's like at certain points, you have to hold a certain standard no matter what.
No,
like,
you don't. Logically, it doesn't make sense to me. So the only reason I would do it would be because that's the standard. That's what I'm supposed to do. It doesn't make sense to me, right? It's an idea of protection.
No,
right?
you know where it came from? It came from when it came from Pimps. Pimps had the girl on the outside to show off to get to the car. When you, as a man, you walk on this side.
I was trying to see if he was going to tell the same story that you told because you said it came from the carriages
Came
or
from
something.
a horse and buggy carriage.
Horse and
when
buggy
the horse
carriage.
would break loose and the carriage would jump the curb.
See, different.
Pimp,
Somebody Pimps.
Carriages.
Maybe it's different cultures.
Pimp
True.
Like
carriages,
how we
the name of the
identify as
episode.
origins.
Like
If it's a protection thing, it just doesn't, logically it doesn't make sense.
well, if you protecting her, you can push her out the way.
Why doesn't it make sense to you logically in regards to protection?
Because I don't view, if I'm walking down the sidewalk with the woman, I don't view the greatest threat as coming from the street. I've probably seen a car jump a curb once in my fucking life. I've seen a nigga walk down the sidewalk and snatch a purse 100 times, or bump you in the shoulder 1,000,000 times.
So that's also, again, like I said, the origins might be cultural, where he says it's a pimp on the outside, right? Your perspective is skewed into the environments in which we come from,
Sure.
right? The idea of me saying the horse and carriage, the greatest threat, was something outrageous happening because there's a level of respect for humanity,
True.
right?
Right.
Now, this is interesting. This is so fucking interesting. Horse and carriage, just think about the time.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
There is no capitalism in the context of how we view capitalism.
I already know where you're going with this.
Ain't that a bitch? What becomes the value? Humans.
Yeah.
From your perspective, girl on the outside, I'm a pimp. I'm selling you as product.
Oh, no.
It all speaks to the value in the moment. Even your response of, this ain't the threat, this is the threat. The value in the moment. Based on the context of the environments in which we're navigating.
Yeah. I think that's a natural evolution. I think it's good sense. If we're not on horses and buggies and carriages no more, then we should think differently about this sidewalk shit. Okay, now where's the greatest threat? It ain't the fucking buggy jumping the curb no more.
No.
Now it's this goofy shit. It's these wild ass people on the street.
It might absolutely be natural. It might be evolution. I'm not gonna say natural evolution.
Okay. Yeah,
Might
it's
be
evolution of
evolution.
society.
All of this is
It might be evolution, but there's also a demarcation of the demonizing or the demeaning or the degrading of humanity in both of those other examples.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
You know what I mean?
True.
So it
I
might be
respond in
going
kind though.
one way, but it ain't the right way.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
I'm just responding in kind to the current times. You know what I mean?
So is it just personal preference on the individual based on the
It's
circumstance?
bullshit that we get indoctrinated to. Somebody tell you that when you're 6. Don't let that girl walk on the outside. And so you just keep doing it. You never like, why?
I don't know if I call it bullshit that we just get indoctrinated to.
And
Like,
we come to find out we holding on to some shit from fucking horses on the street.
But
I see cobblestone. I ain't seen a fucking carriage and I ain't seen one.
We pulling down that one example though and saying this is this. I'm gonna push back and say I have a lot of value in tradition. I have a lot of value in boundaries. I think they're necessities, and I think they're necessities for men to uphold because women won't.
That's what I think. Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree 1,000% on
But
the
some
value
women don't
of-
want. My bad.
No, you're good, go ahead.
Some women don't want to be viewed like that in this
That's why I
society
said it
now.
the way I said it.
It's like
You like what?
I'm a lady, so walk on the inside. No, we people. Let's walk. That's how it is.
Yeah, we talked before about like
Like
holding
feminist.
doors and
Yeah.
like, you ain't gotta hold the door for me. Like,
me tell you-
don't
Let me tell you
hold the door.
something. Let me tell you something. That people shit sound real good with governance. Because without governments, they would never talk that we people shit. Because there's nothing a woman could stop a man from doing if there was no governance. It's only that we people shit because there's governance. If there was no governance and men acted on will, your ass would be, I'm a woman, like a motherfucker. Period.
No, that's real. I respect traditions and customs and all that, so long as they are applicable, so long as they are relevant. At some point, you got to reevaluate shit. That might have made all the sense in the world in 1850. In 2024, that don't make no motherfucking sense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And I'm a chivalrous. I'm gonna hold the door, motherfucker. I'm gonna pull out chairs, motherfucker. I'm all of that. But this shit, I thought about it on my own self. Wait, why am I walking right here? Hell no. Every time I'm walking down the street, I'm on the curb. She walking next to the homeless motherfucker having a mental breakdown, spitting and spewing shit in her face. Like, no, you get over here. I'll walk past this motherfucker.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's not what I'm big on. My wife forced me to do that shit because it's constantly don't even register in my mind most times, right? She'll remind me like, hey, what you doing? Get over here, right? But I am a boundaries motherfucker. Right? I am a boundaries motherfucker. And it irritates the shit out of my daughter. It irritates the shit out of my son. It irritates the shit out of my But no, we gonna have boundaries.
Yeah.
Because it's only these boundaries that keep you under the provision of my protection.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And if we ain't operating like that, then motherfuck you.
No, that's real. Can't protect you without no motherfucking rules.
Without no rule, yeah.
Yep.
That is 100%.
But you know, some people well, me, I'm gonna take me as an artist. Sometimes not having boundaries makes me who I am.
I'm an artist.
But without the family, the not having boundaries sometimes allows opportunity of growth. You see what I'm saying? And that's
work,
based on
I'm
the
with
person.
In my work, I'm with it.
But,
In my mind, I'm with it.
yeah.
In the reality of my life, I'm not.
It just depends.
It makes sense.
Because I know a lot of ways where you are boundless. You know what I mean? You ride your fucking bike because you're boundless. You know what I mean? But it's time and place. It's a setting for everything.
Yeah.
So as an artist, I want to be without limits. I want to be able to paint outside the lines. I want to be able to whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But when you talk about protecting your family, there better be some fucking parameters. I can't keep you safe without certain parameters.
True.
That's why you have a fucking curfew. That's why you like I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't let your ass be like, oh, come on whenever you feel like it, 10-year-old.
I think this is a great segue into the
That's true.
conversation of mental health, though.
Yeah.
Right? I think the removal of a lot of our social boundaries leads to a lot of the stressors that we incur today. And I think the reflection or how it shows us specifically in black men is so very interesting to me because we're at the bottom of that social totem pole hence the least amount of those boundaries. It's very interesting, right? And shit flows downhill because the responsibilities of life still gonna roll on your ass.
Here's why. Let's if I may, let's take this one layer deeper. Black men, you talk about not having these boundaries or placing them on ourselves. The rest of the society places them on us like none other, right? Places these boundaries on us like nobody else. You can't walk this way. You can't have this kind of posture because you're going to intimidate them when you walk in the room. You're a big black man. You better, you know what I mean? Like, the rest of the world places these boundaries on us so fucking much that we like, whoo, it's like, you let y'all get home and pop y'all bra off. Like, shit. Like, I done had this motherfucking strap on all day. Like, as soon as black man leave the crib, it's like, the bound, you feel them. Like, you feel them on you. They fucking damn near tangible. And we look for ways to escape some of that shit. Like, get this shit off of me. I don't want this shit on me.
That's interesting. How do you feel about that? Because I got a different perspective, but I would love to hear how you feel about that.
In the aspect of, I guess the boundary, not having boundaries for everybody else, but having the understanding of who you are in the situation and being present helps to just navigate different. Like, go through this. You're not gonna be right all the time. You're not gonna be wrong, but you're gonna be as you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, put it like this. I might go outside a bunch of niggas and I'm gonna smile. Motherfucker, I don't care. No boundaries about a black man shouldn't smile. No, I'm gonna smile. I might have to deal with life consequences, but I'm not gonna not smile because of the consequences I think may happen. Well, if I smile and now all of them smile, then cool. But if I came in there hard because I wanted to put this up, boundaries, I might have a whole host of issues right there that I didn't have to have.
So that's interesting to hear your perspective. Interesting to hear your perspective. I was listening to Dave East today. I was getting my workout on listening to Dave East. Like, Dave East I ain't heard before too, right? And there's this, it's a clip from a Jimmy Hoffa interview in one of the songs. And they asked Jimmy Hoffa, they said, man, what would you choose if you had to choose? Would you choose money or power? And Jimmy Hoffa was like, that's easy. I'm always choosing power, right? And they said, well, why would you choose power? He said, because in America, nobody respects weakness in any capacity, right? And it's interesting how you use like the imposed boundaries. And then to hear your perspective to say, you know, you ain't always got to be right, you ain't always going to be wrong. And then, just listen to all the analogies you gave. Then in my mind also spoke to imposed ideas of boundaries too. You know what I mean? But I think what's most telling about that still pulls back the layer to us being on the bottom. Right? Because all of those are imposed ideas because we ain't created our own. Right? And most men, it ain't about right or wrong, it's about alignment. Right? White folks didn't like how you govern, we running in the motherfucking Capitol building. That happened a couple years ago, so you see what alignment looks like. You can say right, wrong, or different. They did it.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? And it shaped some ideas after they did it.
And right and wrong is a power conversation always.
It's a power conversation, right? Slavery was legal in the motherfucker.
Wrong as fuck.
Wrong as fuck.
True.
But we're in alignment. So it was legal in the, it was right in the motherfucker.
True.
Right? So the improvision of right and wrong is, like you said, it's just a power conversation. Right? And because we're powerless, all we doing is responding. And you start thinking about what it means to be a man in said system, how the fuck could you be one?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like what I'm thinking or what I'm questioning, because, you know, trying to have these conversations about what to do and what not to do is like, how do you still, you know, become a man in all of that? You know what I mean? Or how do you define what it is to be a man if all of these things are already imposed on you? You know, these boundaries, since we talk boundaries.
And trying to find them. And trying to find them in a way that don't fucking eat at your motherfucking mental health every fucking day. It's like, this shit is fucking depressing. Like,
we all cope with the depression and stuff. I was talking to my god sister today, and she was talking about like, man, life is just fucked up. And I think I had told y'all before where I was like, I feel like life is just meant to be fucked up And
Yeah, you
then the
said
goal
that.
is to
I
find
saw you
joy
post something
in
like that too recently. Yeah, like
then-
yesterday or something. Maybe you posted something that said like,
all about one. Are you fucking kidding me at a time?
Yeah,
Take a shit, one. Are you
yeah,
fucking kidding me at a
yeah.
time? Yeah, but because she was saying it, and then we talked about the whole Sisyphus, conversation again. I was telling her that or whatever, and if you look at, even if I think about myself, like, yeah, I stopped drinking or whatever, but then you think about the different ways that you may cope with the everyday of life, like whether it be like working out extensively, drugs, alcohol, you know what I'm saying?
Overworking, anything.
Over riding a bike 20 miles, in 30 minutes, I don't know, whatever the case may be. It's like we're all dealing with or coping with this depression, because really that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and I don't know that it's only a black thing.
That's what it is with me. I want to push back on that, but I'm listening.
Yeah, and I don't know that it's a black thing or like a poor people. I mean, to your point, what you're always talking about capital and stuff like that, but I think it's a form of, maybe not depression, because I don't want to talk. I'm not like a mental health expert, so I don't want to use that term. You know what I mean? So loosely, but people are suffering. I think mentally, like all of us.
There's something in the air.
Everybody in this room. You know what I mean? I don't know you, but everybody in this room that I know, I would say we suffering
even
from
without
something.
the pushback. This is a
mentally.
conversation with all of us. What the fuck is a mental health expert? And I mean, no, dead ass, because I'm listening to the conversation, and I'm so dead ass. And this is why I start pushing back on all this shit, right? I just said 5 seconds ago, slavery was acceptable. Nobody on the other side of that slavery saw themselves as insane.
Or doing harm.
On the other side,
Right? They're legitimately postcards that we can buy today of babies watching hangings as a function of family fun day. Who the fuck qualifies what is mentally disturbed or not?
Yeah.
That is the America that the Trumpers are trying to get back to. What the fuck qualifies what is mentally healthy? And this is why I push back on the maybe it's just a word conversation for me, I don't know. It's not coping, it's overcoming. I think part of the conversation, this is what I had with you a couple weeks ago. I was like, we stop here. That ain't the end though. Right? And even life is hard, my philosophy is different. The beauty of this is in the struggle. It's not hard, you just gotta accept it. That is the journey. Right? You could get fat, you could get lazy, but you go to the gym and get right, it takes some fucking work. But I keep saying the journey is where the value is. But in that autopilot, you don't want the journey, nigga. You want the food to show up. That's what America's tricked you into.
Uber Eats, nigga. I'll tell you, brought your point full circle.
But that's what Ben was saying though. He's like, some people don't want to swim. You just in the water, That's
how they implement slavery. That's my whole point.
But
what we did in the whole conversation was justify why it's okay to not want that. What I'm saying is that is this journey of life, which is why revolution is necessary, even when it's not successful. Because in it is success.
In the attempt.
And revolution is
and I don't even just mean as a collective, even in your personal fucking life. Me riding my bike is a revolution. I went to a funeral a couple weeks ago. This true story. This is my own mind working on me. Right? So this is a little too much for the pod, but some of my personal shit. So I got clothes in different places, all that type of shit, right? And I was moving around too fucking much. Couldn't make it to get all my shit together. Right? Somebody came and grabbed me for the funeral. My dumb ass leaves my wallet. Right? Can't call an Uber. I'm in walking distance from one of my locations. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a funeral of who's who. It's about to start raining. I got on a fucking suit. Kind of nigga I look like walking from here. It's my own mind working on me. Right? And this ain't a fire ass walk. It's just the ego saying, kind of nigga is you walking from here?
I would have walked.
I fucking walked too. But I'm telling you how the ego and the mind works. Right? I'm open about the diabetes shit. I done lost a lot of weight. Nigga, you need to be walking. No, we laughing at this shit.
It's funny,
See how the shit works on you?
And your voice is funny.
So what you saying, if you didn't have boundaries, you would have not had the battle of the ego to walk.
But even the ego, the presentation of that form of ego, is all about American autopilot.
Yeah.
What makes you valuable or not valuable?
You?
Today, right? Today, I went to lunch with Ashley, right? We've been friends since we was 14 years old. When we got done with lunch, I realized I didn't have my card. It took everything in me to be like, pay for this and not give your money back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's 25 motherfucking years we've been friends. I know, in my heart, in my mind, I know she don't give a fuck. But in my ego, I'm like,
yeah, that's a bitch.
I'm thinking all kind of like, what else could I go do? Well, could I walk to that bank? Oh, it's after 5, I can't do it. Like it was stupid shit though. Ego shit, for no fucking reason.
Transforming or segueing, or not segueing, staying there. Yeah. The definitive of manhood in America is provision and protection. Black men is the motherfuckers least invited to the party.
Yeah.
But the world is looking for us for provision and protection, because that's the only qualifiers for valuable manhood in America. Why the fuck you think we got mental health problems?
True.
Yeah.
Let's transition into this idea of solving or healing.
Healing mental health.
Right? That's the arena you're working in, right?
Yeah. Well, I work in many different areas, but yeah.
We're not talking about your stripping career, bro.
Okay.
Like,
I was talking about OnlyFans, man.
pH balance is wild.
we're gonna call the show. This nigga's pH balance is wild. But nah, so like how did you get into it? What are your thoughts on it, and why do you find it valuable and useful?
So with my issues, what I've learned through the process of living and life, I'm an artist, so I express myself through art, through drawing, making art out of anything. So I lost that capability. I had 2.5 strokes.
How you have a half
2.5 strokes?
Yeah. So the first stroke.
Different strokes.
A half.
Different strokes.
How would you qualify a half a stroke?
I lost sight. I didn't lose. So I can't see out of my right eye.
But it was still a full stroke, though. They called it.
A stroke is a stroke. Earthquake is an earthquake, whether it's a 9.8
I
or
go to the doctor,
2.3.
so I say it's half.
Oh, you diagnosed yourself with that?
Yeah, but I definitely
You felt tricky one day. My shit ain't. So the shit ain't your shit.
First of all, why wouldn't you go to the doctor?
I'm laughing at this shit.
Because 2.5 strokes.
Because
oh fuck, it's out of here.
I just
Go
started,
ahead.
yeah, I
Go
just
ahead,
started
go
drinking water and walk.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's insane.
You said, fuck that. I'm sick of going to the doctor.
I couldn't draw anymore, but it helped me realize like that was my therapy. Not going to the therapist, but that was my therapy all the time. So with that being taken away, I started having more mental challenges and breakdowns and everything mentally. Like it was just fucking me up. So I'm like, what can I do to let people know, especially men, to keep hold of their mental health and not cope with it, overcome it, but understand it matters though. You have to have you have to know that mental health matters and not let it get away from you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with me. I let it get away. Like I wasn't drawing. I was just going through life.
Just in your head.
In my head.
Yeah.
Just in my head. I can't do this. I can't do that. So I'm like, I never lived like that before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this shit ain't right. What if other people are going through this and not saying shit and killing themselves or killing somebody else or doing any fucked up shit?
Right.
Because that's what I was thinking, suicidal thoughts. I went to a mental place. I'm like, this shit ain't me.
Yeah.
That's because I'm not drawing. I'm not letting people probably need help.
You're not able to like release
Release it and not just working out. I did all this stuff. Like release the expression of yourself. Not trying to be fit or doing this angrily or anything like that. It's like, what is your way to release that energy that black men hold all the damn time when we walk outside, when we go to the hood or anywhere?
Yeah.
What do men have to release it? I'm like, how can I help? And that's what this came about.
So part of my pushback always in them conversations, and I agree with you and I get what you're saying all the way through, but part of what I do is always tie this back to our existence communally. You know what I mean? I firmly believe that human psychology is also tied to human sociology. Like, you cannot separate the two.
Yeah.
Right? I think the environment, like you said, you know, killing yourself or killing somebody.
Yeah.
It's funny how we look at those things as very different, right? But the greatest number, data-wise now, the greatest increase in suicides is young black boys.
Yeah.
Right? The greatest number of murderers and murder victims are also young black boys. I think that both a representation of our psychology, but also defined by our sociology. It is the community and the environment that is breeding this energy.
True.
And we keep saying it's a personal thing, and it's not. It's not. It's the environment. It is breeding. It is cooking. This is the dish that we serve it.
Yeah, everybody said it can't be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it can't be just these individual choices. When everybody got sick 4 years ago, they shut the fucking world down.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
If everybody's sick, we should probably stop this bullshit. We should probably shut all this shit down and reevaluate what the fuck we doing.
To that point, I did hear something that helped me that I heard from a therapist. And through the process of trying to heal, I started isolating myself. She was like, to heal, you have to be around others. You have to be around people to heal. Because other than that, you never really heal because you don't know how to heal around other people. Everybody can heal by themselves.
You can just avoid.
Yeah, avoid healing.
But let me ask y'all something, G. We all in this room, it's hot as hell.
And the healing is
It's
experience.
hot as hell in this room.
Yeah.
That's the environment. If I just decide I'm not hot, do I get unhot?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Your mind is
I think I would
so
say
powerful.
yes.
Yes, your mind is so
You
powerful.
can decide it's not bothering me.
Yeah.
But you could cool down
You're
your
not gonna
body
change the temperature in this motherfucking room.
But you could cool your body temperature to understand it.
This is how our community works.
The heat is the white man's.
No bullshit.
I see what you're saying.
No bullshit. This is how our community works.
Construct.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the word.
It's hot in this motherfucking room. It's gonna be hot in this motherfucking room. Like Herb said, I could decide this ain't bother me, but it's gonna be hot in this motherfucking room unless the fucking environment changes. It's hot in this motherfucking room. But just like we just said, it's 4 motherfuckers who like, well, we can't decide if it's hot in this room.
I'm not hot.
Laughing at
That's
that.
wild as hell, right?
Wild as hell.
No, I
But
laughed
that's
at that.
the-
I laughed. That's my nervous.
But I agree though with the way that Benjamin was just explaining it about healing, and you need to like heal around other people, and we using the term heal, but you know what I'm saying. And I agree with that because I do think that the experiences that we have, painful as they may be or joyful as they may be, is that's how you're growing or whatever and learning, thus like healing. But it is, so what I heard when you were just saying it is that, I forget what you just said, but it does take like everybody, I think you said with COVID, everybody got sick or something like that, or we got to decide as a unit pretty much. Like obviously that would be the solution, right? If we all just came together and put a stop to the bullshit, right? Then we could like solve all this. But that's the issue because y'all hot, I'm not hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like I'm not hot. You know what I mean? So, and that's a fact. So it's almost like
it is. It seems like it's
no
a hard
way.
thing to even decipher because 78 degrees to me might not be 78 degrees to 78 to you.
No, I feel you.
the same.
Yeah, that's
I feel that, but you take a neighborhood, right? Take an impoverished neighborhood, pick one, right? We may not be having the exact same feeling at any given time, right? You might feel, I'm navigating this just fine. Your neighbor might be kicking and screaming like hell, right? But you're like, oh, it's cool, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not this individual
That's the problem.
situation.
That's
the
what
problem.
That's why I said
That's
your
the
psychology
problem.
is attached to the sociology.
Right.
Right? So in my easy analogy of the room, right? If the vast majority of it's hot and the majority rules, because that's how it works in democracy, it's hot in this bitch.
But that's the
Wait, we can't just
problem.
no. That's how this shit works, right? Let me just follow my analogy, right? So that's why I said you can't just say I'm not hot no more. If we gonna say hot is the sickness specifically, you said you ain't hot, then you ain't sick. If we say we hot and the room is hot, you can't change your mind to saying I'm no longer hot. You can say I can endure the heat. It's not gonna stop it from being hot.
And that's what we're all trying to do.
Right? And that's what the personal responsibility of it is. That's why I push back on therapy and all that shit. Well, you just stop thinking you hot and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Or you get a better hot suit.
Take your shirt off.
How about we turn the motherfucking heat down?
You could take your shirt off and still be hot though.
That's kind of
there's different ways to skin a cat no matter what.
Right.
My point is, in order to not be hot anymore, we have to change the environment.
Right.
We could turn the fucking fans on. We could leave the room. But you got to change the environment.
Then somebody gonna
You
say
can't
it's cold.
just sit here and decide I'm no longer hot.
Right.
It's like two things. The one, Herb was saying, it's like that's the problem. If it's two neighbors and somebody is saying that I'm living in this environment, I'm fine, but the other one kicking and screaming, but they don't see it as a problem. That's our issue. We don't see a lot of these things as a problem, right? And I don't think that's necessarily right or wrong if I'm able to survive in this moment, or I'm able to thrive in this moment, or whatever, how it's going. I don't know that there's a way that we can get everybody to, open their eyes and see Uber, therapy, such and such as a problem, right? Because if it's helped someone, you, for example, if therapy has helped you to, to move past, suicidal thoughts or whatever kind of, mental breakdowns you were having and that sort of thing, then that's a good thing. You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It kind of seems more like a conundrum than it was before.
It is going to be that because different strokes are different folds. Because if put it like this.
No pun intended.
Right. 2.5.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Hey,
right.
So it's like, put it like this. It's like.
I thought that was very lowbrow of both of you.
I'll call it later.
I can do it.
So it's like, okay, put it like this. If we want to get to a commonality, give people different resources they can use to get to that point, though. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you use this, you use this. Let's all go to the same place, though. If people don't want to go there, they leave. But don't be mad at them. Not mad. Don't be opposing to them trying different ways to get there.
So
it's
I want to hear about the therapy.
It's a perspective conversation what we actually have.
Yeah, true.
I'm
I wanna
not
hear about
opposed to nobody being mentally healthy, G. I want everybody to be mentally healthy.
I appreciate it.
My argument is that we're taking it on as a personal accountability issue.
When it's a community.
It's not.
It's a community.
Right? I'm saying this is the dish America's serving, and we keep saying, even though this is the only plate of food, baby, learn to eat it. No.
Try it this way.
Try it this way.
Put this on it.
Let's change the only real way to cure this sickness is to change the dish. It's the same conversation we're having about our own physical health. Right? If the goddamn the American diet is giving children to get to 18 years old signs of heart disease, then we probably shouldn't be eating this. Right? But it's comfortable, but it's easy. It's very hard to find vegan shit amongst this shit.
Yeah.
They make it very comfortable for you to get a sub or cheese fries
or Big Mac.
Or Big Mac.
Terrible, Ash.
It's very difficult to get a bean burger.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
It's tough.
Right? I went to Vegan Dale specifically. I told you I came here to take pictures of the restaurant so I know where to go. and all I saw was bottom of the barrel, nigga vegan.
I can't stand him. What?
Am I lying?
What?
Am I lying? No. Am I lying? No.
No.
You're right.
No.
There's a reason.
You came. That's because you came on Sunday.
I was white vegan the other day. Cause they make it right with white folks.
It was
Bruce Springsteen performed on Saturday.
No. It was different. It was black people. It was a black people Saturday too. But it was P. Would you agree?
I'm talking about the restaurant.
No.
They changed the restaurants out one day.
Oh, no.
I mean, it was nigga vegan.
Nigga.
It was nigga vegan.
Listen, man. We
Wait, I want to say here though, because I know that you all do the coffee hip hop mental.
Yeah, we partner with Coffee Hip Hop Mental Health.
I wanna know how that-
It's a nonprofit.
How's
Shout out
going
to
with
that
the
brother
people?
doing a lot.
Yeah.
It's just providing men an outlet to come express themselves in a healthy, safe environment. You know, talk about whatever issues they may go through at the moment, and also give them different ways to let it out.
How's that turnout been?
Turnout is really good. Make sure y'all follow Coffee Hip Hop Mental Health, and then follow Let's Collab. We always post up something about it. It's every 2 weeks. It's free. You know, come out.
Yeah.
No, it's dope. I think it's a both and conversation, right? I think we absolutely must find our own individual ways to survive whilst being in the bullshit.
Yes.
But I also think we need to be about the collective business of getting away from the bullshit. It's both. So like this cool to try to find your semblance of health within the sickness.
Yeah.
You gotta survive to keep fighting.
True.
But the larger fight has to be against what the fuck is making us all sick.
That's kind of what the therapist said then.
Yeah.
We're not all making terrible individual choices, right? We're not all just fucking stupid, and we all are assimilated into a society that breeds sickness.
What if some people are on autopilot and not even recognize
They have
it?
no idea. Most people have no idea.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm talking about if you've gotten to the point where you're at least trying to find your own version of health,
Yeah.
then you at least know something is the fuck wrong with you.
Yeah.
Right? And what I'm saying is, if you look around and say, something's wrong with me, I'm like, something wrong with you? It's what we do in our house. Somebody get a cold, you be like, oh, you done got a cold too? Like, there's something going around this fucking house.
Right.
Now we gotta scrub this motherfucking house down. Now we gotta open some windows, get some fresh air in this bitch. Like, we didn't just get sick. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit going on, and we gotta address that part of it, or we will continue to be sick.
It might be like he was talking about. It might be the food. Shit.
It might be stuff everything.
No, it's everything.
True.
It's the vaccinations.
I know we're gonna get
It's
out
Brandy
of here.
brother.
I know we're gonna get out of here in a quick second, but I'd be interested to know.
He lost his head. Like,
We'll take it back in a second. But you was talking about the coffee, hip hop, and mental health thing.
Yeah.
You was talking about how you all have had a good turnout and people are coming, and it provides a safe space for brothers to kind of dialogue. I'd be very interested in to hear like what are some of those stories that are coming out in the dialogue? What are some of the problems that you're hearing?
Some of the problems, it was really about just men express they don't feel safe to express themselves in a situation, in any given situation. They don't feel like they are being heard. They are, or they overreacting. One of the people, one of the guys came. Shut up. What's his name? I want to say okay. I got you. So, but he came, and he'd been free for 18 months
From jail.
Yeah, he had did 24 years.
book tour.
Yes, he did 24 years. He had been
World-renowned author.
yes.
Sociology.
Yes. So he came, and he enjoyed himself. He was like, being out, the world is so different, but he felt so comfortable to be in a space to tell his story and everything like that. That's what we provide. That's what me and Coffee Hip Hop Mental Health together have provided for outlets for other men, no matter what they've been through. So it's just expressing.
So they don't feel safe to express themselves to anybody, to their friends, their family,
Nope.
their partners, like.
No.
So here I'm gonna come here, and this is why it's good for them because at least they get to get
it all
things off their chest.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have a therapist on hand, and then Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health actually does a therapy session weekly at their location.
Okay.
So it's like you can find them there Monday through Thursday.
And I think I saw the brother said 18 or older. It's for men, 18 and older. Yeah.
What's up,
And we
man?
partner with the district police council as well. So it's a collective of everybody doing
That's
this.
interesting.
Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Let's Collab, tap in with Coffee, Hip Hop, Mental Health. Find your way to maintain, but let's also be conscious of why the fuck everybody's sick. It ain't individual choices. There is a larger thing that is happening, and we need to address that, or the sicknesses will unfortunately continue and persist. My brother, thank you so much for taking the time to come out, chop it up with us,
Pleasure, man. This was eye-opening and awakening.
It was therapeutic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See what happened?
Look at that.
See what happened? See what happened?
It was a stroke of genius.
Yes. See what happened when you just around? Did you just have a half one on me? Did you just have a half one on me? Is that a quarter one?
You are so
I'm
ignorant.
in the room with a bunch of low brown niggas.
Is that 2.75?
Check us out. Shut up.
We gotta go, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this Relationship Friday edition of Herb and Two. Today we talked about the relationship with you and the larger society at whole. Hope you found it enlightening. Please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the page if you have not already done so, and share it with one person that you think might find some value in a conversation about mental health, both individually and collectively. Huge shout out to P.I. and Ron Rilla. They are doing the hard work behind the camera. Special thanks again to Ben for coming through, man. For E, for Two. I'm Herb. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.
I'm like.